Hi, this is Jason at iNet Solution. In this video, I want to take a couple of minutes and share something that's very common when we're working with clients on planning their new websites. And it's just something that you should pay attention to when you're planning your own content and user interface design and overall user experience. On most bank and credit union websites, online banking is the #1 action that users come to the site to perform. They typically either want to sign up or log in. One area that we frequently see questions on from clients is what to call the input field. Should it be a username? In this case, should it be an access ID? Should it be called logon? Should there be any label at all? Our advice typically is to be consistent for one. Use language that customers readily identify with. Access ID is an unusual term. Most of us think of what we enter here as a username or a user ID. When you do choose something, be consistent with it. We can see here that we have a message called forgot ID, but we have a watermark here called access ID. If we don't enter a value, then the message states that we need to enter a username. We've used 3 different terms to describe one object. So be consistent when you're choosing your terminology and use terms that are commonly used by your customers or your end users. In this case, we would recommend calling this a username if we had a choice. But we don't, because in this case, a third party actually owns this system, and that third party has chosen to call it an access ID. And we can also see that if we enter an incorrect access ID, and then we come to this page and choose forgot password, here we call it an access ID, or in this case, the internet banking provider calls it an access ID. So to be consistent with their terminology, we're going to stick with the term access ID.